And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to Metal Gear Solid 2. But not VR missions. This time we're tackling Snake Tales 5, because I can count, non-canonical but supplemental stories that happen to Snake. Hilariously organized in A, B, C, D, and E. We'll be going through each of them twice. The first time doing a standard ending, and then a second time doing a non-lethal ending, which gives you a better ending. So, without further ado, let's kick it off with A Wrongdoing. He was in. Snake's underwater infiltration of Big Shell was complete. As he entered the elevator in the lower part of Strut A, he paused to reflect on his briefing with Campbell. 6 hours earlier, Big Shell had been taken over by a group of heavily armed extremists. The terrorists had kidnapped the president, who was visiting Big Shell on an inspection tour, and taken him hostage along with several employees of the facility. Now, they were using the hostages to blackmail the government. The terrorists' demands were a joke. A list of 20 odd trivialities, plus 30 billion in cash. Your mission objectives are as follows, Campbell had said. First, infiltrate the ocean cleanup facility known as Big Shell, and rescue the president and the other hostages. Second, neutralize the terrorists. You are authorized to use any means necessary to complete this mission. Your contact will be able to fill you in with more details later. Contact? One of the president's Secret Service agents, a man by the name of Richard Ames, seems to have eluded the terrorists. The name triggered something in Snake's brain. He'd heard it before. Ames. Isn't he Natasha's husband? Ex-husband, Campbell corrected him. He's also the one who requested our help in the first place, but whatever means he was using to communicate with us has apparently been destroyed, and we can't get a hold of him anymore. You've got to get in touch with Ames directly and find out anything you can about the situation inside. His last transmission came from Strut F, and he should still be hiding somewhere in that area. That's where you should head first. The elevator began its ascent as Snake took off his diving equipment. He went over Campbell's last directive one more time in his head. Ames was supposedly hiding from these terrorists. Even if Snake managed to get close to him, Ames wouldn't come out of hiding if Snake were being followed. Once he arrived at Strut F and started looking for Ames, he'd have to be extra careful to avoid being detected by the enemy. Strut F was located northeast of Strut A. So we're going to go ahead and save, just like that. Okay, cool. I see. Nothing. Okay, nothing immediately stands out, so we'll head on down here.
there.
Oh. Now, we don't have access to any, codec, no nothing. And no Soliton radar either. Oh no.
Unable to locate the AWOL soldier. Nothing else to do.
Nothing here.
Okay. Oh good, a cardboard box.
Nothing here.
Man, is there really nothing in here?
Nothing here. Nothing here.
Oh, McFarlane Toys. Cool.
Nothing here.
Snake addressed the man. You must be Ames. Ames nodded. And you must be Solid Snake. Learning to read Snake's shrugs, Ames took Ames took this as a yes. I knew they'd send you. After all, I asked for the best man they had. That was quite an impressive job you pulled on that tanker a few years ago. You mean slaughtering those terrorists to the last man? He felt the painful memories resurfacing in his mind. Scores of fresh young soldiers lying dead in heaps on the deck. The acrid smell of blood permeating every corner of that ship. But you managed to get all the hostages out safely, didn't you? Asked Ames. Snake had heard those words countless times. They never helped ease the pain. They never would. Snake did not feel like explaining that. Where's the president? He said, getting to the point. Ames looked away. I don't know. What about the other hostages? I'm not sure. Are you telling me you don't know anything? I've seen the leader of the terrorists. Who? Who is it? Fatman. Snake searched his memory. It didn't take long for him to trace the name. Fatman, a disgraced former Navy SEAL turned mad bomber. The self-styled emperor of explosives. A man with no philosophy or creed, a hardened criminal who'd sell himself to anyone for the right price. But hadn't he been arrested 3 years ago after that church bombing incident? He was acquitted. Ames spat in disgust as if anticipating Snake's question. Even though more than 30 people died in the blast, the jury found him not guilty. They said there was still a reasonable doubt as to whether he had done it or not. Fatman's got a lot of rich and powerful friends who can afford to hire the best attorneys in the business. He bought his freedom with the same blood money he made from killing those innocent people. Ames's mouth twitched. Maybe he was going to grin. If he was judged correctly, this would not have happened. In other words, the jury's mistake is about to kill us and their president. Ames turned around toward Snake. Snake, rescue the president. I know Fatman was at the heliport. He's probably still giving orders there now. The heliport is on the roof of Strut E, right? As Snake nodded and got up to leave, Ames stopped him. Don't waste your time trying to take him alive. He's got too many tricks up his sleeves, and the president's life is still in danger. Ames took out his USP and looked Snake straight into Ames took out his USP and looked straight into Snake's eyes. Promise me you'll kill him. He handed the USP to Snake. Then he produced a few more objects from his jacket. Here, you'd better take these along with you too. I picked them up on my way here. They should come in handy when you're taking care of Fatman. Coolant spray, the bomb detecting sensor A, and a level 1 security guard. Snake took the items and added them to his equipment. All right, leave the rest to me. I'm counting on you. I think I'll just stay here for a while. Sounds like a good plan to me. Snake left the room. He heard a click as the door locked behind him. True to his word, Ames was planning to hole up in that room. The codec sounded. It was Campbell. Snake, we found out where the hostages are being held. How? By email. Someone in there is using their cell phone to send messages to the government. A Secret Service agent named Jennifer. Where are the hostages? She says they're in the Shell 1 core on level B1. I found out where the terrorist leader is too. What's my priority here? The leader or the hostages? I'll leave that up to you, Snake. Good luck. Okay. We'll go ahead and save there. Continue on. Chaff grenades.
Nothing here.
Claymore mines.
Nothing here.
Okay, how do I get up there?
Nothing here.
I guess I don't really need the suppressor. Woo! Well. Clearly, it's going to be the people that is the priority for Snake. If we take out the threat of the hostages, then they can't be used against us.
Freeze. Freeze.
Not today, sir.
Freeze. Huh?
I know I said that we were going to be lethal, but if I can, I'd like to try not to as much as possible. What I'm talking about is bosses. There we go. M9 ammo. I don't have an M9.
Freeze.
Man, you thought. Snake entered the assembly hall. There were the hostages, more than 20 of them by the looks of it. Terrorist guards patrolled the area, checking in every so often by radio. If they got even a whiff of anything suspicious, the whole place would be flooded with reinforcements in no time. Once that happened, there'd be nowhere to run. Snake would somehow have to get in touch with Jennifer without being detected. There was, however, another problem. How to tell which hostage was Jennifer? Snake called Campbell on the codec. Colonel, can you tell me if Jennifer has any distinguishing features? Sorry, I'm afraid I can't help you there. Why not? Jennifer is apparently sending us email with her hands tied behind her back. You wouldn't be able to tell which one is her even if we sent her mail from here. Snake clicked his tongue in frustration. Campbell thought for a minute. I've got it. If you hear the sound of someone punching the keys on a cell phone, that person must be Jennifer. Listen for that sound. The sound of keys on a cell phone. There should be a directional microphone somewhere in the Shell 1 core. Look for it before you go in. Okay. Homeboy is gone, which means he's there.
Freeze.
Okay. Probably not on this floor then. Oh. Well then...
Freeze. or something? Freeze. No!
Okay.
Freeze. Huh?
He's gonna wake up before I can get him in the locker. I'm surprised. Okay, now we can wail on this one. It's not there. Okay.
Freeze. Huh? Freeze.
All Alright. Now we can spend more time looking for the directional mic in here. Okay. More chaff grenades. Directional microphone. Gotcha. As Snake entered the assembly hall, Campbell's voice sounded on the codec. Good, you found the microphone. Now use it to find Jennifer. Campbell continued. Jennifer is using her cell phone to send us the emails. If you hear the sound of someone punching keys on a cell phone, turn towards the nearest hostage and press Y to talk to that person. If it really is Jennifer, she should give you some sort of a response. If I'm wrong, the enemy might hear the noise and come investigate. Don't talk to just anyone. Press the action button when you're absolutely sure. Gotcha.
You're Jennifer, right?
Jennifer looked as if she were about to say something. Snake swiftly reached out and covered her mouth with his hand. Keep your voice down. They'll hear us. Snake removed her blindfold, keeping an eye out for approaching guards. Upon seeing Snake's face, Jennifer's clear brown eyes glowed with joy. But now was not the time to grant her wish. Snake said to her, I don't mean to disappoint you, but my first priority is to rescue the president. You'll just have to be patient until I get him to a safe place. Jennifer's shoulders sagged. First, though, I need you to tell me everything you know. If you understand me, nod your head. Jennifer nodded. Snake lifted his hand from her mouth. What's going on here? Well, when they tied me up and dumped me here on the floor, I thought I'd never get out alive. Then this guy came to rescue me, but he turned out to be a cold-blooded jerk, and now I'm really mad. Snake was at a loss for words. That's not... Just kidding. You're looking for the president, right? He's already gone, said Jennifer, almost casually. She continued while enjoying Snake's puzzled look. He escaped through the bottom of one of the struts. He should be on a boat back to Manhattan right about now. One of my fellow agents managed to sneak him out as we were being attacked. Are you sure? Yes. Pretty good, aren't I? Jennifer beamed with pride. Too bad we got caught before we could see him off. So that's that. Maybe it's about time for you to save me? If the president had escaped safely, saving the hostages was the new mission. Snake nodded. Okay, I've got to take care of that guard first. As Snake rose, Jennifer stopped him. That's not a good idea. Why not? They supposedly set a bomb in here. They said they'd set it off if we tried to escape. Snake made a small grunt. This wasn't going to be that easy. Do you know where it is planted? As far as I can been able to tell, it should be somewhere here in the Shell 1 core. Alright, I'll get to that first. Just then he overheard one of the terrorist guards talking to his comrades on the radio. It sounded like they were going to tighten security in the hostage room. You'd have to get out fast. The terrorists don't seem to have any intention of harming the hostages, for now at least. Sit tight and pretend to be captured for a little while longer. Sure, I've got a level 2 security card hidden in my jacket. Go ahead and take it. As Snake felt through the jacket for the card, Jennifer let out a squeal. Hey, watch your hands, mister. That's it, just a little lower. There it is. As Snake retrieved the level 2 card, Jennifer looked into his eyes. Hurry back, okay? Don't worry, I will. Snake put the blindfold back around Jennifer's eyes, then made his way out of the assembly hall. Okay, so if they've got a level 2 card, then that means I can go down into the bottom of the Big Shell. Well, Shell 1.
Freeze.
Who's there?
Enemies.
What's up? Time for a treat. What's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. How?
Careful, he's still in this area.
What's up? Hello? Venus in Cancer.
Oh, jeez.
Time for a treat. What's up? Venus in Cancer. Good morning. Good morning. Venus in Cancer. Venus in Cancer.
Okay. Snake called Campbell by Kodak and reported that the president had already escaped and that he'd neutralized the bombs with the cooling spray. Good work, said Campbell. Now it's time to take out Fatman. I don't think even you could get all those hostages out at once. You'll have to take care of the terrorists first. Snake nodded. He was worried about Jennifer and the others, but he had to agree with Campbell's assessment. According to Ames, Fatman should be at the heliport. That's on the roof. Steady, Snake. Head for the heliport and take out Fatman. Make sure he stays down for good this time. Roger that, Colonel. Okay.
Freeze. Huh? Freeze.
I don't think we're gonna make it.
Return to your positions. Tighten security. Understood. All units exercise extreme caution.
Freeze. Huh?
Who's there?
Clear! Clear! Stop!
Oh no.
Return to your
Okay, let's do this.
What's that? Freeze.
Woo! Okay, this should be it. What are you? Claymore? I'm not really gonna need Claymore. A huge shadow appeared from behind the crate. Fatman. Ames had been right. Fatman turned to face Snake and shouted, "Where is the president?" "You'll never find him," answered Snake. "I don't believe you. You're lying. You want to go ahead and believe what you want." Fatman thrust out his right hand to reveal a small object with a switch. "This is a remote triggering device for a bomb. Hand over the president or the hostages die." "It's no use, Fatman," Snake replied coolly. Fatman pushed the switch. Nothing happened. He pushed it several more times. Still nothing happened. "Do you believe me now?" asked Snake. Fatman tossed the switch aside and stamped his feet in anger. "That bastard Ames! I pay him good money and he can't even manage to keep an eye on one old man. I never should have agreed to work with that amateur in the first place." He turned back to face Snake, the color rising to his cheeks. "Looks like our little plan has failed. I'm getting out of here while the getting's good, but first I'll take care of you." Fatman's skates sprang into motion. Okay, let's do it. Ooh.
Come on, get a move. Are you just gonna walk around? 10 seconds left. Look who's the back now.
Dang. Okay.
Hey, where'd you go?
Oh!
I'm calling a short recess.
Fatman fell to the ground with a sickening thud. A pool of blood began to spread under his grotesque body. The so-called Emperor of Explosives had finally met his match. Snake called Campbell by Kodak and told him what had happened. Campbell reported that the president was safe in the custody of the Coast Guard. Moreover, the SEALs had entered the facility while Snake was fighting Fatman and were in the process of cleaning up the last remaining terrorists. Yet something about the whole situation seemed odd to Snake. Fatman said that Ames was the one who had captured the president. I don't think he was lying, but if Ames was involved, then why did he ask me for my help? Suddenly Snake heard a woman's voice. It was Jennifer. The SEALs had rescued her, she said. The other hostages were safe as well, but she was disappointed that Snake didn't come to rescue her personally. She asked him if he was happy now that the mission was over. Yeah, but something's bothering me. Snake responded, something just doesn't seem right. What doesn't seem right? Fatman said that Ames was in league with the terrorists, but Jennifer's eyes widened. That's impossible. Richard's the one who helped the president escape. What are you talking about? Something didn't add up. Fatman seemed to be telling the truth, but it was also true that Ames had cooperated with Snake. Now Jennifer was saying that Ames had helped the president escape. Even if Fatman was lying and Jennifer was telling the truth, why would Ames neglect to mention that he'd already rescued the president? Snake pondered the riddle in silence. Jennifer seemed to take offense at this. I don't know what you're thinking, but I can assure you that Richard is one of the finest agents. There's no way he could be working with the terrorists. And why is that? Because he lost his sister in a terrorist bombing attack 3 years ago. A chill ran down Snake's spine. The words came together in a rush. 3 years ago. Terrorist bombing. Sister. Church. Fatman. Snake suddenly recalled Ames' strange behavior. The way he spat as he said that Fatman had been acquitted. His passionate conviction that the jury did not bring justice to Fatman. The look in his eyes as he gave Snake his gun and said, "Promise me you'll kill him." The pieces were all falling into place now. Fatman had killed Ames' sister and gotten off scot-free. Ames promised revenge. He plotted his revenge. He approached the extremist group and proposed kidnapping the president. He hired Fatman to help carry out the job. He led the terrorists. He helped the president escape but didn't bother to contact the authorities. Finally, he called and asked for Solid Snake, the notorious terrorist killer, to intervene personally. Big Shell was the execution ground. The president was the bait used to lure Fatman to his doom, and Snake himself was the executioner. Where is Ames? Have you seen him? Jennifer looked startled by Snake's sudden change in attitude. No, he's probably still hiding somewhere. He's actually pretty timid, you know. But I'm sure he'll come around once he hears that the terrorists have all been captured. Snake knew Ames wasn't coming out. Later they conducted a search for Ames, but there was no trace of him anywhere in the country, let alone Big Shell. He was gone. Fantastic stuff. A nice little short story. I'm not entirely sure how long that took, but it's a good way to let Snake be more of a playable character. The Tanker chapter is so short, and the backlash to Raiden's bait and switch was very real. And still very, very dynamic. It's a good way to reuse assets. I know that can be kind of a bad phrase these days, like an asset flip, but if you've got it, use it. That's fantastic. Playtime 58 minutes 21 seconds, saved 7 times, continued twice, 4 alerts, 1 person killed. Study your battlefield results well to know better ways of survival on the battlefield. We'll save. A cleared. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was A Wrongdoing. In the next one, we're going to take out Big Shell Evil and continue on. We're going to do about a mission an episode, unless it just really takes a long time on one. That's probably going to be External Gazer, but I hope that everyone's having a great day. If you like the Snake Tales, tune in. We've got 4 more. I hope that you're all having a wonderful time, and as always, keep telling stories.